Hello and welcome to another episode of Pony 411. I am Alca7raz and joining me is Nemesis.
Hey.
For episode 255 for the week of April 7th, 2019. We are back. The hiatus is officially over.
Yeah, well, it kind of ended last week. But
it ended last week, but I mean, for us it ended last week, but the actual show hiatus is over. Season 9 is upon us.
Question Girls is not canon.
Friendship is Magic is back for its final run. I guess we can just jump into this. I don't got anything else to say that we're not going to say later on.
4 ponies of the apocalypse.
Yep. Repent, the end is nay. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, pretty much. So we've got a itty bitty teeny tiny bit of news to talk about because apparently it's really quiet news-wise. We've got the season premiere to talk about, and we've also got some fan content afterwards at the end of the episode. So jumping in to the news, you can follow along by going to the show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember that's spelled Libsyn. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get to this. Convention news. TrotCon has announced community guest Rift Ponies.
Mm-hmm. TrotCon, I haven't heard them in a while.
Yeah. Anyways, go to TrotCon.
Come to TrotCon.
Come to TrotCon. Fandom news. Starved for Light. Game similar in some aspects to Limbo. Haven't heard about for a while. Has popped up with a new dev journal.
Yeah.
Video.
Even they talk about what the stuff about, like, hey, yeah, we know you haven't heard from us for a while. If you're a Patreon supporter, you have been hearing from us all the time.
Yep.
Basically, they're saying they kind of their social media kind of oops. They just forgot to actually say anything
to the general public. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, another journal is up. Talk about what they've been doing.
Including apparently they're going to have, it's going to be on Steam and all that stuff. Apparently multiple demos or something.
Yeah. Whole bunch of good information. Go check it out. Looks like it's coming along pretty well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Never beat Limbo, but
it's not very long.
I played the demo and I think I have it. It's just one of those, it's in my Steam backlog that just keeps getting bigger and never gets smaller.
Well, this is an easy one to knock out, so you should.
Yeah. But that requires me to actually do it.
Just do it.
But playing a game, I mean, when I have a whole bunch of other things I'm supposed to do, just makes me feel guilty because I'm not doing those other things. But if I do those other things, I'll feel guilty for not doing other things. It's a never-ending cycle.
Just suppress it.
Yeah, good luck. Anyway, we don't have any merchandise news, which is really odd.
Not really. I mean, show's ending.
I know, but
we also
merchandise is always our biggest one.
There was not a whole lot of stuff at Toy Fair. We're not going to get a whole lot of merchandise news anymore for like the next couple of years. There's not going to be a whole lot. Period.
Yeah, until G5, until they start trying to crank out G5 stuff.
We'll probably start seeing that merch at Toy Fair next year.
Yeah, they're probably doing all the tooling and starting to get it all prepped right now.
And we'll start seeing it pop up like midway through the year or something like that.
Yeah, we'll probably start seeing leaks here and there on like Taobao or whatnot. Maybe not this year, maybe next year. Because the movie's supposed to be 21.
I thought it was late 2020 now.
I thought it was like early 21. Either way, it's going to be... Yeah, we probably won't start seeing more merch stuff for a while.
Yeah, it's 21 now.
Yeah, because everything kind of got shifted.
Yeah, I remember it got shifted. I just thought it got shifted differently than I remember. It was great. Anyway.
Yep, so we probably won't be seeing new merch.
The way the merch moves, there's probably a good chance it'll show up in like late 2020.
Yeah.
Because if it's hitting spring 2021 or whatever, then yeah, it'd probably be showing up like fall 2020.
Yeah, we might start seeing some leaks earlier than that, but nothing for now. And same with comic news. Nothing this week. Equestria Girls news, the short FOMO that we talked about a couple episodes back is now up on YouTube. Let's go check it out. It's actually one of the more decent ones of the group of shorts, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was alright.
Dash has a motorcycle. It's good.
Oh, some would disagree about the good motorcycle. Some apparently really vehemently disagree about that motorcycle being good.
It's an interesting style. It's one that's going to get a lot of, you love it or hate it.
It's not so much a style so much as that it would not actually work as a motorcycle, apparently.
Yeah, well, a lot of things wouldn't work. It's a cartoon.
Oh, now it's just a cartoon. I see how it is.
Yep. It's only when it's convenient. Anyway, last bit of news, Friendship and Magic news. We have synopses for episodes 6 through 9. So we have all the way through 9. So I'm going to read them off. If you don't want to hear them, plug your ears or
Skip
whatever.
ahead.
Yeah, because it's, you can do that. Unless it's live, unless you're listening to us through a streaming thing. We have, starting with episode 6, Common Ground. Rainbow Dash's old pal Quibble Pants, yes, needs help to bond with the daughter of his new special friend because, like Dash, she's a real sports pony.
Uh-oh.
I'm happy about this because that means Quibble has a significant other that isn't Dash. Quibble Dash shipping is officially dead. I know it won't stop them. I know it won't stop them. But it's not there.
Dash is the other mare.
No, because that would be saying that Dash has a daughter.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. The other.
Oh, the other. No. No. Dash wouldn't go for that. She's loyal.
She would if she didn't know.
No. No. Just no. Moving on, we have She's All Yak. When Sandbar asks Yona to a pony dance, she goes to Rarity and her friends for a makeover in appearance and personality. Well, I guess Galbar's dead, too. It's another ship gone. Potentially. I don't know the details. Yona to a pony dance.
Oh.
That could be interesting, but she goes to Rarity and her friends for a makeover. It's going to be the one of those, he asks you to...
You're beautiful all along!
Yeah, you don't need to do this. They liked you before all of that. You don't need to dress. Yeah, it's going to be one of those probably. And we have Sweet and Smoky. Smolder returns to the Dragonlands with Spike and Fluttershy to help cheer up her sensitive brother. But when they arrive, they discover the dragon eggs aren't hatching.
Oh.
Oh, that's a much bigger problem.
Also, Fluttershy is just going to pretty much be a statue the entire time.
Yeah, it's like, Fluttershy?
Really?
Fluttershy.
Hmm.
Okay. And the last one, Frenemies. Grogar sends his Legion of Doom on a mission to become allies, but his plan works too well and they almost become friends.
Oh no. Friendship. It burns.
Yep.
It burns.
So there we have it. Episodes 6 through 9. Should be 7 of 9. Nothing? Nothing? I can't make Star Trek references, I guess.
You have to be good if you're going to make them.
You make bad jokes all the time. Why can't I?
See, my jokes are at least entertainingly bad.
Yeah, maybe to you. Anyway, last final piece of Friendship and Magic news. Megan McCarthy and other show VAs had a QA session at the LA premiere. I have not seen it because it's riddled with spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers for the season premiere.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was at, the season premiere.
Yep, that was what, on Friday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
As a recording.
So yes, that is the news. Not a huge amount of it.
Mm-hmm. Told you.
Yep. So, let's do this. Main and only discussion topic for this episode is the season premiere, the beginning of the end. Alright, so quick synopsis. The princesses are retiring.
Oh no.
Oh no, Twilight's going to inherit the kingdom. Oh no, Twilight is freaking out about this. Understandably freaking out about this while everyone tries to comfort her. In the meantime, Grogar is now a thing and summons a whole bunch of other villains, including Tirak and Cozy Glow, Chrysalis, and Sombra. Just pulls them out of the nether and pops them somewhere and tells them, we're going to work together to take over Equestria. Sombra says, that's stupid, I can do it myself. So he goes over and tries to take over the Crystal Empire again, and almost succeeds. Keynes gets a letter off to Twilight. Twilight gathers her friends, they grab the Elements of Harmony and go defeat Sombra. And they go to put the elements back, and Sombra's not actually defeated, and Sombra kills the tree and destroys the elements. Twilight's freaking out. They're all freaking out, don't know what to do. Sombra's taking over. Sombra gets to Canterlot and takes over Canterlot. The mainstay gets to escape the cave and get to Ponyville, and now the forest is also encroaching because the tree is dead. They start trying to keep the forest from taking over Ponyville, and that's when Celestia and Luna show up again along with Star Swirl, and they manage the forest while they main six go over to Canterlot. They start getting their way through Canterlot trying to get to King Sombra. They start having troubles. Discord shows up, helps a little bit. Discord gets hit just gets hit by King Sombra and is hurt and gives them a big speech, and they realize what friendship really is. Hint, it's magic. They blast King Sombra with a big rainbow laser without the elements of harmony. And hooray. Equestria is saved. Sombra is gone. Grogar and team is still around, and turns out Celestia and Luna is like, yeah, maybe we'll hold off a little bit until you're a little bit more ready, because that was kind of quick. We'll give you a little bit more time to prepare than a couple days to take over the country. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening in 2 episodes. This is a two-parter. Very intriguing. I'd seen the trailer, so I knew about the whole we're retiring. You're gonna inherit the country part. That was given in the trailers. And I was always a little bit apprehensive about that because I think that would be a stupid idea. They're definitely not ready because running a country is very different than what they've done, which is what they were all saying, what Twilight was saying. So at the end, we said, yeah, we're going to hold off on that. I was hoping for that and kind of expecting that. Brings the status quo back to nothing, but it puts it on the table. Otherwise, it was a fun episode. It was definitely enjoyable. I will say some of the I guess morals is sort of just like a quick rehash of this series up to this point on morals, and just a reminder about what the show is. So it didn't really show us anything new with the main 6. It just reestablished it. The only new thing that has been introduced is Grogar, really, and the eventuality of Twilight taking over. I will also say I do think they leaned a little bit, not a huge amount, but I think they leaned a little bit heavy on Twilight freaking out, but not directly Twilight freaking out, more the because it was completely reasonable that she's freaking out this much. I guess the whole twilighting thing and turning into a verb, I think it was a little bit over the top, a little bit too. I'm missing the word there. They just kept going back to it a little bit too often, I think. But not, that's just a small, teeny, tiny little thing.
Being a dead horse, so to speak.
No, not really. No, that's different. I just think they just kept bringing it up too many times. Once or twice is as funny, but I think they ran the joke out too much.
Right.
But overall, I did find it quite enjoyable. But it was definitely it didn't establish new things about the characters other than the two. Grogar's forming a team, and Twilight will eventually take over the country with her friends. So it's not just going to be her, it's going to be her and her friends.
Yeah.
The Council of Equestria.
Right.
The Friendship Council.
Sure.
Consulate. Yeah, that's just what it is.
You say so. Yeah, I would definitely agree on the whole the twilighting thing was a little overdone. I think it was pretty way overdone, honestly.
I was expecting you to
I think again they're starting to lean a little too much on Twilight Panics. That's something a lot more as of recently. They're starting to really lean into that a lot, and that one facet of her personality, and kind of ignoring her at the expense of everything else. This one really goes into it, but this time, honestly, her panicking was really justified.
Yeah, like I said, it makes total sense.
This was a really big deal. Yeah, it's the thing about it was, yeah, it's not just this is the wrong kind of frosting on a cupcake or whatever type of thing. This is straight up. You're in charge of a country now, all of a sudden, and you have days to prepare. And yeah, this whole thing is like the weird thing. I feel like everyone else just dismissing it is like, you guys really aren't thinking about what this actually entails, do you?
I don't think they understand quite what it entails.
They're just like, this will be fine. It's still fun. We're not. It's like, this is more than just we got to go out and beat up a monster occasion. This is like actually running a country. This is you have to make actual decisions every day that could affect hundreds of thousands, not millions of ponies, I guess, in one fell swoop.
You also have to sit and listen to nobles.
They're possible. We're kind of extrapolating a bit, but running a country is not just.
Yeah, it does seem like all they do is defeat monsters, and so they should be good at running a country.
It's the thing of running the country is just it is a big concern. You can't just throw someone into it and expect them to do really well from the get go. That on the other hand, Twilight does also have some degree of experience in running things, so it's like take what you already know and put it to a bigger scale.
Yeah, I will say, when it comes to like the nitty gritty part of politics and bureaucracy and running a country, Twilight would actually be really good at that because that's her skill set. Yeah. But it's not the skill set that was being presented as the reason she would be good.
Yeah,
they were presenting it as, oh, you're protector of the country. You and your friends have saved the country. Yes, but that's actually not running a country. That's saving the country when monsters show up. That's completely different.
Also, in each way, a sudden transition of power in a matter of days is never a good idea.
I shouldn't say the phrase.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say the phrase.
Okay.
We must ensure a smooth transition of power.
Oh. Yeah, it's a matter of days is a terrible idea. It's a terrible timetable.
It's a horrible idea.
Yeah, the Twilight's suggestion of weeks is probably a lot better.
Especially for someone who doesn't know, hasn't actually done this or been training to do this.
If you just tell her there's a lot of paperwork you got to organize a lot of stuff, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm good to go.
Yeah, but she'll have to figure out what kind of paperwork so she can prepare herself and read all the books on how to handle. Like,
again, they just feel like they leaned way too heavily into Twilight panics as a thing. Take her later on, there's like whole thing, oh, she's spiraling or whatever, and beyond that, other stuff. What was the other thing I was thinking of? Yeah, I would say that when it comes to morals, I just toss the idea of a moral lesson out the window when it comes to premieres and finales. Yeah, it's not really a thing.
Yeah, moral lesson was it's not really the correct word for what I was thinking, but that's just what came to my head at the time. They didn't introduce anything new about the characters. They didn't introduce any like new concepts or stories about the individual characters, except for the establishment of this new team. Because normally, they have a new story, but this one was sort of just reestablishing things that have already happened, which I can understand for a premiere, just to reestablish where we are. With this one,
it's just the establishing is not it's not really the main characters. The establishing thing is Grogar. That's the new thing they got established, and the fact there's now a villain team out there who are ready to try to take over Equestria.
Yeah, except they barely actually spent any time on Grogar. It was all about the main six and Twilight trying to realize that she can do everything with her friends.
To a degree, but it's just
and Twilight being in a depressive state of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this.
Yeah, the other thing was, Twilight said, I don't know a lot in this one.
Which is not a new thing either.
The actual phrase "I don't know" was uttered a lot in this episode by Twilight.
Well, people were asking her the question, "What do we do?"
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just it felt was a really weird way of writing the dialogue. Honestly, just kind of the way that was set up there. I did like one thing. I did like was it kind of feeds into a thing I've had in my head for a while, which is they are the elements, not the gems or jewels or whatever.
Yeah,
not those aren't the elements. They are the elements now, and this kind of feeds into the idea. That's
an idea from episode 2.
Well, to a degree,
the spirits of the elements of harmony are right here.
But it's always been a kind of an argument in the fandom how the elements work exactly. This feels like they don't actually need those anymore.
Yeah, especially after the rainbow power thing.
Yeah,
which they sort of did here, but didn't have the same effect.
It's not rainbow power. It's them. They are the elements. That's what I think was showing was that they are the elements now.
Which brings me to my other frustration when they introduce, the elements are planted by the pillars. So it's like...
Yeah, I remember that.
There's kind of a conflict of concepts going on here. If they themselves are the elements, then why do we have the elements that were specifically planted by the pillars? That would say that the elements are a significant... Well, it's like...
The pillars are the predecessors to the current elements, because remember, their whole thing, they were not actually...
Yes, but I mean like the physical talismans, the elements of harmony themselves It's just there's this weird conflict of concepts here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is also written Joanna Lois and Christine Sonko, the lady writers.
Yep.
Back, I guess, at least temporarily or something. And that's the thing is you kind of have to work with a whole bunch of different ideas, and you kind of have to now mesh them together.
Yep.
And how it's the final season and everything, you got to really mesh them together and make sure it all kind of at least somewhat coalesces. Another thing, Sombra, it's like interesting. It's like they really danced around the idea of Sombra actually was dead. Because I remember they confirmed that on Twitter way back. Sombra's dead. Now he's back, and it's made it kind of clear he wasn't really alive, but they didn't really use the term dead ever. They really danced around that term.
What was the line we already used?
Banished into the ether.
Banished. Was it banished?
Whatever.
Or something with something
like
to the ether.
Maybe try. Because I remember Grogar, the original title, his title in G1 was Grogar the Necromancer.
Yes.
So that fed right into it.
Yep. Drew a big arcane circle and formed Sombra out of it.
Yeah, and Sombra's out now. He's no longer part of the group because he's dead again.
Again.
Of course, Grogar could probably refix it, but why would he?
It's like you already showed you're not going to listen.
You're not going to...
You had your chance.
You're not going to be a team player.
Yeah, and that's also what he said. If you fail... Well, no, he said if you fail, you're going to submit to me. But...
Well, I guess it's technically a way of submission because like I can bring it back anytime I'm going to.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything.
It's also Grogar is a legend, and of course this seems to be a little bit of a slight modification of equestrian history to a degree.
To a degree,
because they said he was the first emperor of Equestria or something. It's like, but
yeah.
Because they said before Equestria was because it's like they said before Equestria was a thing. This was just a bunch of farms and whatever, and it's like okay, I guess you could say he took that over, but then. Are they kind of pseudo tying it into G1? Because that's weird. Would be a weird thing to do now.
Yeah.
To do at the very end. Oh, by the way, this actually is the same universe as G1.
Where's Megan?
The nukes. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering because it was like. I did like how it was like, oh, that was really easy initially when they first beat Sombra. It's like, oh, it's hers. Yeah, because he was just like waiting and, oh, hey, there's the source of the power. I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. I'm going to wreck it.
Yeah, so the rest of it, it did seem to, there was a couple lines of dialogue, which only made me think it was, Twilight was still going through her little greatest fear thing, because the way they presented it, the dialogue and stuff particularly, I guess that was possibly a thing to like get some of us.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, made you think it was going to be a kind of a...
Maybe.
It was all a dream.
Maybe.
Of course, that would be the thing, it's final to get to the finale. It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. They close the book and there's Megan.
No, I mean, they close the book and there's Sombra. The question is ruined.
Oh no.
Dark ending unlocked.
Dark ending.
The bad ending unlocked.
Bad ending. What could have been.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of neat that they kind of brought back some of the stuff like the Everfree. They didn't forget about that. The Everfree forests would outgrow out of control without the Tree of Harmony.
Although this time it wasn't the plunder vines; it was just like normal vines. Yeah, it looked like the plunder vines but green.
Of course, that was the thing. I remember that it was the whole thing was the Tree of Harmony was just controlling the plunder vines. Now it's controlling the entire Everfree. That is kind of an odd thing. Of course. I remember that. What was it? One of the plans way back when one of Lauren Faust's original plans was actually the Everfree Force slowly encroaching on Equestria throughout the entire series, and they keep kind of touching on that a little bit.
Yeah, but it never continues.
Yeah,
it's like, oh no, it's growing. Okay, we fixed it.
Yeah. If anything, though, one thing I do really, really appreciate is this was a very main six focused set of episodes, not Starlight swoops in and saves the day. Not anyone really else comes out and saves the day. It was the main six. The others were there, but it was a main six affair through and through.
Yep.
That was nice in and of itself.
Main six. Spike didn't even do all that much.
Yeah, he was
mind controlled half the time.
Yeah. He was one of the ones mind controlled. So it was that was nice to have a main 6 thing. I really hope most of the season still is main 6 focused and not anyone else really. I mean, we know now that a couple episodes ahead will be focused on other characters, but
yeah.
I'm still hoping the majority are main 6 focused because they really deserve to have the focus for the final season.
Yep, this is it. These are the main characters. This is the last season. Give them
not secondary characters, not weird pseudo-secondary characters. You can't decide what kind of character they are.
Yeah. We haven't talked about Cozy, Tyrek, or Chrysalis because they didn't really do much.
Yeah, they mostly just sat there with
Grogar.
No. Or who's Grogar?
Who's Grogar? Cozy.
That's like friendship. I know all about that.
Cozy Glow is actually kind of funny.
Yeah. I think it's now that when she's not, we're not in the point of she's being obviously duplicitous.
Yeah, she can just,
we can let her
be bad.
Just kind of a weird, I guess, kid. That's the thing. Yeah, she can be openly evil.
Openly.
Although in that weird way.
Yeah. I don't know, she was funny.
Yeah,
I just like the antics and
she
stuff.
can now just be she can actually be a sarcastic kid rather than trying to fake genuine niceness.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a step up from some of her portrayal last season.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the other thing is like, the villains we've seen now, they have teamed up. Are they gonna? Well, kind of know because that one synopsis.
Season episode 9.
Yeah, they're gonna appear throughout the season, hopefully, rather than not like a lot of seasons where they show up in the premiere and then nothing and then finale.
Finale. Speaking of finale, my theory is that's when we're gonna see the main 6 and Twilight take control of a question.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because
probably
the thing is like, we're gonna not retire after all.
Yep.
And
You're ready.
Real mad about it. I faked being. You faked it.
Oh man, they were Discord just. Yep.
That heart. He has a weird way of showing support.
And that is consistent. That's how Discord does it. It's like, I know the lesson you need to learn here, and I'm just going to be a jerk about teaching it to you. Yep. You're going to learn it. I'm just going to be a jerk to teach it to you.
Yeah.
It works. Still makes him kind of a jerk.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, the whole time he could have just snapped his fingers and made it all better.
Of course, I'm wondering, but the tree had a pretty significant root system. I mean, it went all the way out to the castle and the school. Is it really dead?
The Tree of Harmony?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes,
they disestablished it, kind of gained sentience, and now,
you're right.
That means they just straight up showed a murder. When you think about it. You can't do that. It's illegal.
You can't do that. It's illegal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to come back.
Well, we are. Remember, there's that episode about, I think actually it's supposed to be next week's, is
with the young six,
yeah, and finding out, the tree's dead.
Yeah, they found out the tree is dead, but yeah,
it's supposed to be next one. They say that's interesting. And looking at the synopsis, it sounds like it's still kind of alive,
just hanging on. Be my mercy angel. Be my mercy angel, Piglet.
Be my mercy angel, Yona.
Be my mercy angel, Yona.
She's the only one who can smash it.
Oh, dearie me. It seems I'm still alive.
God. This is getting dark. Oh yeah, the villains. It's interesting. But that bit where it's like we see Cozy go trying to get and be friends, and they're just like, no. Chrysalis is just like, I'm not going to say anything nice about Pony.
Yeah, and Chrysalis is ready to lose it.
Yeah.
The logs with changeling faces.
Yeah, we also see her eyes a little off. Yeah, she's clearly, isolation's not doing good things for her.
Nope. Used to living in a hive, living on your own is going to be horrible.
Tyrek is just not
Tyrus
really
is just-
happy with being stuck with Cozy Glow, clearly.
Just sick of it. Just done with everything.
I honestly think the only reason that Chris is just working along with it, just still there, is just because it's just honestly just fear of Grogar.
Yep.
That's it. T-Rex is like, oh hey, I got magic again. So
Yeah.
for him, he's got a...
I'm not
It's
scrawny.
clearly like T-Rex actually has a bit of an admiration for Grogar because he, as he said, heard stories about him when he was a boy.
Yep. Chrysalis knows who he is too.
Yeah, but that seems to be more along. Her thing's less respect, more fear. Not her thing, yeah, it's not admiration, it's outright fear. Versus T-Rex seems there's a little bit of fear, but a lot of admiration as well.
Yeah. They did mention something in the beginning. Grogar's initial defeat mentioned a new hero that I don't remember the name of.
That's G1 reference.
Yeah.
That's how he was defeated. They took away his bell in G1. It was I can't remember the name either.
I'm trying to remember the name. Didn't defeat me, it just weakened me.
Yeah, they were clearly referencing G1. Oh, they said Megan back then. Yeah. Gusty.
That may have been it. Yeah, Gusty.
Gusty the Great.
Gusty the Great, that's what it was. That's what they said. Because I thought they said Rusty, and that didn't sound right. So yeah, Gusty is definitely it. So they are bringing G1 lore into this.
More G1
More
lore.
G1 lore.
I mean, T-Rex was the obvious last
Yeah,
big
Tyrek
one.
was.
Yeah, he also has his own little hideout, like in a swamp or something,
Yep.
shaped like a goat skull.
Yep.
What's funny is like, I don't know, after Sombra takes over Canalon, he's just sitting in the throne room, just
making
growing
crystals.
random crystals. It's like, is this what you do all day?
Yes. You have a problem with that?
Did you really have to take over a country to do this?
Yes.
Why? Can't you just find a room somewhere and grow crystals?
Little lab. Crystal map.
Look at it like a Flurry Heart just straight up tried to bite him.
Yeah. It is if Flurry Heart was, using the laser beam. Flurry Heart was.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, so she got muzzled along with Cadence and Shining.
Yep.
Oh, no. And, of course, the voice difference because it's no longer Jim Miller. Cause,
Right. I'm trying to remember the name. It's the same person who did Flutter Guy way back when.
Yeah. Let's see. It was... Where are you? Alvin Lee Sanders.
Yep, that's the one.
And Doc Maris was Grogar.
Grogar.
Maris, I don't know. That's the voices. The new voices.
The new voices.
Jim Miller's not going to do a full performance because, yeah. I mean, ask him to say crystals is one thing. Ask him to do a full-blown voice performance. That's a whole other
Yeah, it
issue.
requires a little bit more. Good choice, though. Oh, man. Now that we actually have Sombra as a character, we can see Sombra's personality.
He's a character. He's also kind of a whiny brat sometimes.
He is.
An angsty teenager.
Zombie.
Explains all the black and red.
It does explain all the black and red. So edgy.
Ow.
All the sharp crystals. He is totally an angsty teenager. Yep. Arrogant.
That's like taking candy from a baby, which I'm perfectly okay with.
Perfectly okay with.
Of course, this is another one of those things. This is another one of those episodes which I've noticed is magic is weird again.
It is.
I think this is another thing the lady writers have a tendency to do. They kind of do whatever with magic and just
whatever works to progress the story, even if
so
it doesn't.
magic's weird again. Twilight suddenly can't teleport for some reason when they're stuck in the cave.
I'm assuming it has something to do with the crystals that they blocked that.
Probably, but
That's what I'm going to say, just because it's simple and it would make sense, even though it's not officially established.
also we're once again invoking the good old DBZ thing of power levels are BS.
Yes.
Because it's like suddenly this person to her pony shouldn't be this powerful suddenly is, and yeah, this other pony should be powerful isn't, and what the heck's going on? It's odd.
It is.
Sometimes
It
it
is.
sometimes it feels like it's like, well, otherwise the story doesn't work. Then it's just the story.
Yeah, it's what sometimes
I know.
sometimes you wouldn't be able to tell the story at all because you couldn't make it work.
I don't know.
Sometimes one must sacrifice for the greater good.
Yeah, I guess.
For the story. For Equestria! They did that chant a lot, too.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, there was the thing of, like... Yeah, the whole... Yeah, hey, look, yeah, you went for Ponyville just because... Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, because that's super important to you guys. I'm going to go after Ponyville first.
Yep.
Raise an army, go attack Canalot.
Yep.
Of course, now it's like wondering, is Starscroll going to have to sit there all the time in the Everfree Forest just blasting it with magic constantly?
This is my life now.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they'll... Because he said he and the other pillars used to do that. That was one of the things that they did, was keep it in check. So I'm wondering, get them all together and blast it down really low, keep it in check, and then it'll take a while to regrow. So they can just every now and then come back in and make sure it's down until they regrow the tree. Watch, they're going to just regrow the tree. Or fix the tree. I don't know. It depends on how the next episode goes.
Another tree got blown up. Why don't you like trees?
How many trees? Watch the castle. Twilight's other castle's going to get blown up.
Jeez.
It's like, really? Again?
I guess you're going to have to move to Candlelight Castle.
That one gets blown up. But it's not a tree.
No. Well, that one gets blown up. The way the Candlelight's built, it would not surprise me if Candlelight just whoop off the mountain. Have explosive force.
Just... Because I'm just thinking trees around Twilight tend to explode.
Oh, it's only far.
So keep Fluttershy away.
Only 2 so far.
Yeah.
So far.
Overall, I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was fairly well done.
Yeah.
It's a good introduction for the season and a good setup for what is to come, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I liked it overall, but again, there's a couple weird things.
But not as big as some of the other faults we've had in other episodes.
Yeah, not nearly, and some of the other premieres have been quite a bit worse.
Yeah, this was a pretty good premiere, and I'm definitely looking forward to the season.
Actually, got better than the last few seasons of premieres. Like, man,
yeah,
we got. I mean, 6 and 8 in particular are just like, what? 7 was also kind of a weird one, but this one was actually pretty solid, I think. Back to, I guess, season 4 or 5 levels of premieriness.
Yeah. I liked it. It's good, and I am looking forward to the rest of the season. It gives me hope for the rest of the season.
Yeah, this season 9 is going to be done right. The final season is going to be done right. No garbage.
Don't get my hopes up just to dash them.
You raised my hopes up and dashed them quite expertly. Bravo.
Hopefully that is not the case, as I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything else? Move on?
Nope, not really.
Nothing?
No.
Probably think of more stuff to talk about later, but for now I think I'm out of topics.
I can't really think of anything of lay off Twilight, guys. Jeez. There's more to her than just panicking.
Yeah. And getting depressed when...
Yeah. Snark. Need more snark.
Yes, I will agree with that one. I want to see more snark.
You keep bringing it back occasionally and then kind of forgetting about it just to get her another panic attack.
Oh, man.
Because now they introduced a paper bag this time.
Yep.
Jeez.
I just thought of something completely different that would be really cool. The final battle between Grogar's forces. Bring everyone. Like, I want to see, the final... One of the big lessons to learn that was taught here. Ask for help.
Oh, yeah.
So, big battle. Grogar, super powerful. Gonna need a lot of help. So get the main 6... plus friends, plus Celestia, plus Luna, plus Discord, plus the other main 7 from the other side of the mirror. Bring them across 2.
Yeah. All of them.
Everyone.
Well, that reminds me of Saw Moon Dancer.
Oh, yeah.
And Fancy Pants.
Oh, yeah. Tied in a net. Blindfolded and tied in a net.
Yep. What was that? No, there was... Oh, yeah, I think it was. I think it was really nice. The whole, just keep getting, keep getting back up. Regardless, just keep doing it, regardless of how impossible the odds are. Yes, I'm trying to talk so he can't actually sing the lyrics or anything right now because I do not want him to do that.
It's tub thumping.
Nope. No. No memes allowed.
It's a great song.
Else the anthology beat you to it.
Yeah. Everyone beat me to that one. It's just... We done?
Yeah.
We done. All right. So that's all that we have for that discussion topic. We are moving on. We do have some fan content. I'll start that off with some music. First off, I want to feature a remix of Jastrian's Friendship Princess, done by Element of Laughter. This is a really fun dubstep remix of a rather old song. The original song was featured on the Balloon Party album, the Academy of Power Mindscapes one, the Twilight themed one. So it was 2014? So it's a fairly old song that this is a remix of, but I like what they did to it. They changed it up while still kind of keeping somewhat of the feel of the original, but definitely changing it up into the dubstep style. I love the effects and things it did here and there, the vocal choppings. About 2/3 of the way in, they have this really cool vocal effect that they put on it, which is really nice. It's a lot more punchy and hard-hitting than the original, and it's dubstep, but it isn't like the just always in-your-face dubstep that tends to get made a lot. It's actually fairly well done and not annoying. So I do like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a neat intro, and I do like a lot of the musical and vocal effects throughout the song. Yeah, it's a pretty nice dubstep. It's not the
really best,
nasty,
but I mean,
really nasty stuff I heard. Some really nasty dubstep I've heard.
Yeah, but it is really good.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's one thing with like dubstep, you get just like noise just for the sake of the noise without being really musical. But this keeps its musicality, so I do like that. The next one I have is Spikey Wikey's Shining Free.
Tank needs to hibernate. It's healthy for him, just like sleeping is healthy for us. Whatever. No pony knows you like I do, Tank.
Right, so this is like an old school house-ish kind of feeling. It's like it's hard to describe which particular house genre, but it's one of the more old schooler styles. It's really fun and it's based on Tanks for the Memories, and Alfly. It uses like a sort of a retelling of that story in song form. It's different. It's cool. It's fun. And I'd like to hear more stuff like this, just because it's different and neat and really well done. I like that there's this lo-fi effect that it put on a lot of things that I think is really fitting. It just works really well together.
Right. Once again, another song with a good intro that kind of leads into the general, I guess, overall sound of the song. Honestly, most of the part, I just kind of, it's all right. I'm not like, I don't dislike it, but I don't really love it either. It's all right.
The style is a lot more simplistic, minimalistic.
I think,
I don't know. It is a bit.
I don't know what it is. The one thing that really stood out to me was there's a very 90s thing about 3/4 of the way in or so. There's a very 90s sound effect or whatever.
Yes,
like
it's
really
like
stood out to me.
Sort of an old schoolish house, like an old acid house. This song apparently went through a few changes as it was being produced. Decided that it needed to go a slightly different direction. But yeah, so it's like a chill house. All started as like an acid house. If you read the description, there's more information. But yeah, I like it because it is different. And we don't hear a huge amount of this style.
Right.
Those are the 2 songs I've got for this week. How about fanfics?
I got a fanfic, no updates.
Yes,
though.
you do.
This one is called "I'll Bring You Home" by Kodeake. I'm gonna go with that.
Kodeake.
Kodeake. I don't know.
Kodeake.
Kodeake. Kodeake. I don't know.
Correct us.
Please correct me. But anyway, this is a fic in which Dash has to go on a big epic journey because she's trying to get Twilight back because Twilight died.
Yep.
And this is an alternate universe fic in which she died during the battle with Tyrek because things went a little differently in this universe. And yeah, Dash is going to try to get her back from the afterlife all by herself because no one else, all the other friends think she's crazy for doing this and that she needs to knock it off.
You can't bring ponies back from the dead.
Also, the whole you need to be here because everyone else is more, the whole thing.
We need you.
Yeah.
She's gone.
And Dash will not accept that. So she's going to go. Plus, Dash, of course, never got the chance to tell Twilight how she feels.
Yeah.
Yep, you notice those tags. Yeah, it's as of right now, it's about 30,000 words, prologue plus 5 chapters. Not anywhere near done yet. But yeah, it's a very interesting story about a Dash kind of going into, figuring out a way into it and then going through the afterlife to get through to Twilight and bring her home. Hence the name. Yeah, so it's a very, I guess, well, for lack of a better term, epic style story. Adventure that draws from several mythologies, obviously, much like the show itself does, Greek and whatnot. Plus, there's some interesting characters that Dash has met along the way. So it's very interesting.
Hated it. Absolutely hated it.
I bet.
No, I am definitely enthralled by this one. It hits all the right buttons for me. It's Dash centric. It's Twi-Dash. It's big adventure.
Tons of fun.
It is what?
Tons of fun.
Tons of fun.
Big adventure. Tons of fun.
Big adventure. Tons of fun.
Beautiful heart.
Yep. I really like the dialogue. It's really well written. Everything, it fits the characters. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm worried that our curse is going to hit and it's never going to update again.
Oh.
So yeah, I was trying to remember the name of thing that it was I'm sort of saying Dante's Inferno. It's the Divine Comedy.
Yeah.
Is the poem that all that stuff was on. So there's kind of some stuff about that. It's like, yeah, gonna go to hell to get my wife back.
Yeah.
But yeah, seeing all the different mythology stuff,
The thing is,
the river, river Styx and all that stuff, and then the other river, which the author at the notes like, guess what the name it is, and I knew what it was when I read it before I even got to that point. It's the Lev.
Yeah.
Crossing the Lev.
Yeah. The other thing is, I'm wondering how it's gonna end because there's multiple ways it could go.
There is multiple ways it can go.
It could very well be a good old thing of she gets there and Twilight will not come back.
I'm hoping for a happy ending. Now, there could be the bittersweet ending.
Yeah. Because also the Dash gets there and then she winds up having to stay because, well...
well, yeah. With the last chapter, how the last chapter ended with what Dash was able to do.
Mm.
You could always be the I can't come back, but I'll be... Since you've gone through this, I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
When you come back.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways you can go.
Of course,
there's also the happy. Get Twilight and bring her back.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the happy ending, but for that one,
you go a lot of ways. I don't know yet.
It could, but I'm definitely waiting for more.
Doesn't have a sad tag, but that doesn't mean anything.
Tags can be edited at later points in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good one. And like I said, no updates.
No updates.
So
double check that.
That brings us to the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you liked what you heard, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. So go there, find them all, RSS feeds and everything there as well. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Subscribe to us there. Give us 5 stars. You can also find us on Stitcher. Just search for us. You know our name. You can also use their mobile apps. We are also on Google Play. Play.google.com/music. Search for Pony411. You'll find us. We're on Ponyville Live with all the other shows there. So if you go to that site to find stuff, you will find us as well. We're also on YouTube. YouTube.com/Pony411. All our episodes are there. Go like them, subscribe to us, and click the bell to get auto-notified whenever we upload new videos. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune
last
in.
week.
They had some server issues and then went through an upgrade. So last week we didn't air because the server was down.
Yeah. Looked like
But you can still, listen to all of our other episodes because they're available elsewhere. If you missed it then, you can listen to it whenever. Mm-hmm. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. Send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. Tell us what you thought about this episode, the show episode, and this podcast episodes. Were we wrong? Were we right? Was there something we missed? How did you like the premiere? How did you not like the premiere, I guess? If you want us to talk about something that you're doing or that you've seen, send it to us. We'll take a look. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates there when they happen. We're also on Twitter @Pony411. Follow us there. Tweet us. It's the best way for quick little communication. If you would just want to say hello or ask a quick question, we're there. We lurk. We post nonsense. You can also find us on our personal Twitter accounts. I am @Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is @Nemesis Prime 1.
Finally getting some reviews released.
Yeah, you're doing that. I haven't been posting on Twitter. Yeah, I don't usually do that very often. I always watch, don't really post.
Weirdo.
I just lurk.
Weirdo.
Talking is difficult. And that's not weird because it is, you are as well.
Scream into the void.
I do that enough. The void is tired of hearing me.
Who cares what the void thinks?
The void does.
Yeah.
The problem is when the void screams back. Yeah, hoping I don't have continued car problems. And dealing with that was not fun yesterday.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Hope you like what you heard. Hope you tune in next week because we're back. Again, we are every week.
Back to every week. We're going to talk about Uprooted.
Yep.
The next episode.
Like we said, the end is here. The season 9 is upon us. Will we make it?
Oh.
We'll find out. Until then, though, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.